Welcome back to the Toyota Avanza. In this episode, we'll be replacing this missing reverse sensor. First, you need to open the boot. There is a 21mm bolt here. You can use the spare tire wrench here that came with the car. Twist it counterclockwise to loosen. Or you can use a 21mm ratcheting wrench, or like me, just put it on a drill, or you can use an impact wrench. I loosened a bit too much, but it's okay. Now you can lift up the spare tire hook and bring down the spare tire. With the spare tire out of the way, you can see clearly where the reverse sensor is supposed to be. And here's the old reverse sensor. This one is broken. You can see that it's supposed to slot in through this hole. It's supposed to go all the way in, but I'm going to take this back out, and I have a new reverse sensor with me. Here's a new reverse sensor. It's not exactly the same as the old part. The old one is on the left and the new one is on the right, and the part number is off by 1 digit, and I suspect the new one might not be original Toyota. The new part is just very slightly different, and so it doesn't quite fit through the hole. So I'm just going to take a file and gently remove a little bit of bumper material. Can hardly see the difference. But with that small modification, now the new reverse sensor is able to slide in. Now we go back under the car, and there's a cable that's supposed to connect to the reverse sensor here. So we're just going to have to plug this into the reverse sensor. Pretty tricky because the space is quite tight. I didn't actually try to plug it in with the reverse sensor still outside the car, but I think it might not be possible because the cable is quite short. So you just have to kind of wiggle and try and brace the reverse sensor so it's not spinning around, and just try to click that connector on. Here I've got the connector pretty much in place, but it's not quite fully clicked in yet. So I'm just using some bar to hold the reverse sensor in place while I push the connector in, so that I don't accidentally snap the new reverse sensor in half. And that's the click that tells you the connector is fully seated. So it's time for a quick test. The last step in this install is to install the bracket, which will keep the reverse sensor in place even as you're driving along on bumpy roads. So I'm just going to show you how the bracket fits on this old sensor. So we have to try to slide it in this limited space here. I cut out all the failed attempts, but you're probably going to drop this bracket a lot of times. And it goes in. Before you drive off, don't forget to put the spare tire back up. Just lift it up and hook it onto that bracket thing. And tighten the bolt to lift up the spare tire. You only need to go high enough that the spare tire is held snugly in place and it's not going to rattle as you drive along. And that's it. That's how you replace a reverse sensor on a Toyota Avanza. Hope this helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe.